Hi, I'm Andreas Harrison, and this is my Bullseye challenge.
Player that's taken on the challenge many times, a guy who knows what to do with this challenge, and we know what to expect from Andreas Harrison as well. We expect it to be good, but for this to work for Andreas Harrison, he needs that first start to be low in the bed. He likes his darts to lie nice and flat, pot one over the top. This challenge can be a friend or a foe for a player like Harrison. If he just gets that dart a little bit too high, that could be tricky.
3.
No real way into the bullseye there with dart number 3, but he's hit 4 bulls already. Very rare do we see a player hit more bulls than they do with the 25s, but it's all about the red, not the green here for Andreas Harrison, and there's still plenty of time to get this score a little bit higher when Andreas Harrison, you think he's a player that wouldn't really be normally suited to this sort of challenge, which is a challenge of speed. This might be the last throw.
And that's time. I've just heard that here. I was like, yeah, just keep it better. Andreas Harrison scores 17.
Hi, I'm Justin Smith, and this is my Bullseye challenge.
Time for a bit of MODUS Super Series Bullseye Challenge royalty. The man who toppled Danny Lauby to take the top record in regards to this challenge. And no surprise, very quick, very accurate, but maybe a bit overconfident on this one coming up to the board. Practicing on the treble 20 rather than the bullseye. And maybe he should have spent a bit more time on the bullseye, because he's only found 2 scores so far, or 2 scoring darts. And these are wayward. I don't think, with half of the time gone and 4 points on the board, Justin Smith's going to be threatening his own record. And there's quite some distance between that bullseye and where these darts are landing. He sees the funny side. But he breaks one record, and that's that consistent misses there on the scoring segment. This is better.
4.
But there's not enough time to recover. One more full visit, and that's your lot, Justin Smith.
5. And that's time. Justin Smith scores 14.
Hi, I'm Ross Montgomery. This is my Bullseye challenge.
Starting to gain a bit of experience here at the Super Series is Ross Montgomery, so he should be used now to the Bullseye challenge. His 3rd appearance here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, and he's a very experienced dart player, the 61-year-old from Scotland. He's finding the middle. 4 bullseyes in 2 visits. This is where you just need those greens. You need those 1 points just to keep ticking along. Make sure those bullseyes count. Make them worthwhile. He's in again.
2.
Could be ideal here, just to work off dart number 1. He'll be disappointed with that one. Would have expected some points on the board, but he doesn't have time on the clock.
1. And that's time. Ross Montgomery scores 13.
I'm Mike Warburton. This is my Bullseye challenge.
9 times Mike Warburton has come to the Live Lounge here in Portsmouth to take part in the Super Series, so will be one of the most experienced campaigners when it comes to the Bullseye challenge. He knows the score, he knows what to do, and you can tell as he is dashing up and down the hockey in between shots. Not too quick, but just with a little bit of extra pace, because you've got to make sure you get that balance of speed and accuracy. Too many times we see people run up and down and sacrifice the accuracy. No problem here for Mike Warburton.
5.
Plenty of greens, which makes those reds, those bullseyes, big power blows.
1.
He's still got plenty of time here to register a decent score. A couple of visits still for Warby.
3.
He finds a 3rd bullseye. Doesn't need to rush these.
3. And that's time. Mike Warburton scores 17.
My name is Dennis van der Ende and this is my Bullseye challenge.
Be really interesting to watch Dennis van der Ende on the Bullseye challenge to see if he makes any adaptations. We do know he's got that very, very deaccelerated slow backswing. But he does seem to be pulling it back a little bit quicker, and it's actually working out for him all right here at the start of the Bullseye challenge. It's always intriguing to see the different adaptations that players make to try and meet the required time, but I don't think the shift to the right there was the ideal shot. Plenty of room to the left. Now he can move to the right. These are awkward, these are tricky. The dart's not being a friend here to Dennis. Needs to get it high, and that's awkward again. But again persists with moving right. This time works well for him.
2.
This one is not going to threaten the leaderboard.
1, and that's time. Dennis van der Ende scores 9.
Hi, I'm Darren Barton and this is my Bullseye challenge.
Time for the turn of the Spartan. A name we have heard before. You may have thought when I said the Spartan that Devon Peterson was going to be throwing the darts, or maybe you thought I was talking about Cristo Reyes. No, I'm talking about the modern day, the Spartan, Darren Barton. He's not started it overly well here. 9 darts in, and that's only his second scoring dart. He's used half of his time as well. This is better.
2.
Doubles his score. Sort of averaging a throw every 8 seconds or so at the moment, which means he's going to need a lot more of those reds if he's going to challenge the players at the top.
2.
Picking up the pace, trying to get that extra throw, that extra visit. This is the last chance to register some scores.
2. And that's time. Darren Barton scores 11.
Mike Warburton directing a bit of traffic here, trying to put Justin Smit into bat first. He's picked his position, he knows where he wants to go. He wants to go second. Let's see if that tactic works out okay for Warburton.
2.
With the interesting team name. I wonder if him is spelt
3.
more as in the song version. We know Mike Warburton likes to sing a few karaokes.
1.
Quite often my WhatsApp is full of Mike Warburton singing videos that people send over.
No score.
Nothing to sing about there for Warburton.
No score.
Quite good at presenting the board to each other here. Very quick to the hockey, very quick to
3.
get the darts out the way, which means we should get plenty more visits, and they might need them because the accuracy leaving something to be desired, which are all sort of seeing the funny side of
3.
Darren Barton, the debutant, carrying the 2 Welshmen at the moment. One
3.
of them, Justin Smith, the record holder.
1.
Well, at least Warburton chipping in this time.
2.
No eye in team, they say.
3.
There could be time here for a few extra darts if Warburton
3.
can get a dash on.
No score. And that's time. The Spartans score 24.
Hi, we are the Scots, the Dutch and the Swedes. And this is our Bullseye challenge.
Well, it feels like Ross Montgomery seeing double this morning. The Scots, the Dutch
3.
and the Swedes, putting an S on the end, suggesting there's more than one of each on the stage. I'll be hoping to get more of one on each
2.
in the required target here. This is a group of players that if there was one characteristic you'd
2.
define them by, it wouldn't be pace. However, in this challenge, you can be a little
2.
bit more deliberate in the team event because you don't have to get down the hockey and set yourself. Your teammate can be in there getting the set position, so it does suit the slower players
1.
in getting that higher score. Different dynamic to the Bullseye challenge, and that is a perfect dart for Andreas Harrison. Right at the bottom of the bed. Bit of an invitation just to stack on top.
No score.
Nothing there for the Scot.
4.
Recovered well by the Dutchie.
3.
The opposite there for Andreas Harrison on the top of the bed just makes it tricky. Cameron Montgomery, chip in.
No score.
Another blank. That might be his last visit. There's plenty more darts to be thrown here.
2.
Still time for a series champion to put some more points on the board.
1. And that's time. I've seen better, gents, I'll be honest. In you come, Ross. The Scotch, the Dutch, and the Swedes scored 22.
Hi, my name is Ryan Branley, and this is my Bullseye challenge.
Time starts when the first dart goes in. Here we go, Ryan, and game on.
Well, dart players just keep getting younger, don't they, all the time here? A new debutant here at the Super Series, a new player, Ryan Branley. Been playing darts for about 10 years. A story that we've seen, of something that's been quite familiar towards us, and he's actually doing quite well here at the start. Got some big shoes to fill. Quite often now, young players always getting compared due to that, what Luke Littler's done, but this is solid from Ryan.
4.
He gets his first bullseye in there as well. I agree with Owen Binks. This is a cracking score. This is good. This is consistent.
2.
And there's still plenty of time on the board here. He's got the right balance of speed and accuracy.
3.
And this is going to set him up well for his time at the Super Series. Still time for one more precise, accurate throw.
No score. Quick, right. No, okay then. That's good. That's a good score though. Ryan Branley scores 16.
My name is Jamie, and this is my Bullseye challenge.
1 minute. Let's go, Jamie Kelling. Game on.
Jamie Kelling taking on the Bullseye challenge once again. A man who's been successful down on the Super Series stage. And did you see that then? A little hop and a skip on the way to the board. It hasn't helped him get back into a throwing position any quicker.
2.
That time a little bit of a run, mixing it up.
1.
I mean, I can tell you he has got points on the board, despite what the screen says right now.
No score.
But not many points.
Step it up, Jamie. Come on, 21 seconds.
Bit of encouragement from our referee. Well, at least he's enjoying himself. He's doing this with a big smile on his face, isn't he, Jamie Kelling? So I suppose it's the taking part that counts. Yeah, there's going to be no records broken here.
3.
Not the best attempt we've seen from Jamie Kelling, but you may get an extra dart.
No score. Nowhere near in time. Jamie Kelling scores 7.
I'm Dan Nichols. This is my Bullseye challenge.
Dan, game on.
I think Dan Nichols could be a player who throws the most darts in the Bullseye challenge ever. We've seen fast players take on this challenge. Danny Lauby, our former leader. We've seen Justin Smith, our current leader of the Bullseye challenge. But I think this guy could be quicker than them all here on debut at the Super Series. He's certainly going to get his steps in here because he's going to have plenty of time for running up and down the hockey because he's not going to be spending long standing at it. Already, 3 visits.
5.
And now he's getting accurate. Half the time left and only... Oh, say only. He's managed 12 darts.
1.
He's going to get a few more visits here. This could be good if he can just find a few more reds.
2.
And able to follow that first dart in, which is normally what you get with the quicker players. Able to follow the first. Can he do it this time?
2. 5 seconds to go. You've probably got 9 darts in you.
Referee Owen Binks has also noticed the pace.
No score. Good effort. Good effort. What was that? Dan Nichols scores 15.
We are No Name, and this is our Bullseye challenge.
Here we go, lads. Don't be shy. 90 seconds. Game on.
I can't imagine how long it would have taken them to come up with that name, but
4.
just like on the
Great
individual,
start.
Ryan finding the bullseye, no problems, and interesting to see as well because he actually opted to go first. the least experienced player of the group, certainly here on
One.
the Super Series stage, and he was the guy who wanted to lead the way. And he is leading the way in the scoring stage at the moment, outscoring his two teammates, but there is no I in team.
No score.
Dan Nichols deciding to sort of slow it down a little bit for the team event.
2. Good save.
3 bullseyes, all been hit by Ryan so far.
No score. That 22 is not looking good.
Dan Nichols not really chipping in too much. The 22, our referee Owen Binks alludes to,
2.
is the score that Group A scored this week. Doesn't look like Group
Great
C.
save.
They're going to be rivaling it too much. They need to help Ryan out. Ryan is chipping in with the
He's
bullseyes.
back.
Dan Nichols on the scoreboard. There's loads of time and they're starting to find.
3.
He's been hitting a ball with every shot so far as Ryan.
1.
Until I mention it. Still time. That's inviting.
Go on, out you get 1. Jamie from. No score. Good score. Can you just come over here so I can announce your score, guys? Is that all right? Lovely. Cheers. Here we go. Into that camera. All look really excited to be here. Okay. Team No Name scored 24.